Different type of video today. Today I'm going to be interviewing Nathan, who's been travelling around Australia for 18 months in a Ford Explorer. We're going to go over where he's been and his setup in the car and where this pretty budget rig has taken him to some pretty incredible places. This is your 1998 Ford Explorer. How long have you had it for now?
18 months since I'm arrived in Australia. So I started in Perth. I bought it in Perth for not super expensive, $3,000, and then I've done a lot of jobs on it. So it took me some more money, but I think it was worth it.
Now this car here has a very impressive collection of stickers that detail almost everywhere that this car's been, and it's been to some places that you wouldn't expect a Ford Explorer to have even got to. So Nathan, talk us through your sticker collection and where you've travelled.
Okay, so pretty much every place I go, I try to get a sticker from that. So on this side, it's mostly Western Australia where I've started in Perth, then I went up to the north of Western Australia to Broome. So that's all the place I've been through, mostly national parks that were really good. Exmouth, I highly recommend that for snorkeling. After that we went through the Red Centre, Uluru, Alice Springs, which I don't have the stickers, but was pretty nice. And then over there it's all the the East Coast. We went from south to north, and here we are. We are actually not so far from Fraser Island, which we did 1 week ago, and it's like we see most of the time people going there with like crazy cars, crazy off-road car. You don't really need that. Like my car is not that much of a big four-wheel drive car, but I managed to do everything on Fraser Island, so it's not too bad. So go ahead, it's really nice.
And did you actually get stuck on Fraser at all?
Nah, I should like take this part of the sticker off because I did not get stuck.
Which is quite impressive, because when you watch other videos of people doing Fraser, 90% of the video is them getting stuck and getting bogged. And actually we went and we drove Big Sandy yesterday, which is Byfield National Park, which we've just got a bit of a naff sticker from the general store and cut the general store part off of. And Big Sandy is, I'll put some videos in, but it's a super loose hill climb, and on the way up there was, what, 2 Ford Rangers getting stuck?
Yeah.
A new Pajero and a massive
really
patrol, and this thing just walked up the sand. Sometimes you're not sure whether it's the car or the driver, but maybe it's both. So starting from the front, you've obviously got a bull bar on here now. Did that come with the car?
Yeah, it was already on the car.
And then you've got a pretty big set of lights here, so you wired those in yourself?
Yeah, they are second hand. I had the halogens one. I wanted LEDs, so yeah, they are pretty cool. I can see like in the daytime, so it's perfect.
And then underneath, this car I think notoriously has quite an exposed radiator.
Yeah.
And you've done something quite clever to protect it from that. Do you want to show us that?
Yeah. So if we look under the car, I have made a bash plate. Like it's handmade just for this car. It's quite easy. It's quite simple, but it works well. It protects the hose and everything, so convenient.
That's clever, because there's this car's quite special in that there's not a lot of aftermarket mods available for this car, is there?
There's anything in Australia for it, because I think it's too old, so everything I want needs to come from the States, and I have to pay for the delivery fees, which is super expensive each time, so you need to be smart and find good alternative solutions.
So the driver's seat of this is very clean. Did you clean this just for the video?
We did a short clean.
It's much cleaner than ours, much cleaner than most four-wheel drives I've seen. You've got some comfy seats. It's obviously a automatic, but it does have a low range box, doesn't it?
Yeah, you have the switch just here. You can switch to four-wheel drive high or low, and it's always in four-wheel drive, but I cannot switch in two-wheel drive. And what I want to say, especially in this car, The seats, they are amazing. It's of course all American car, which make it like super comfy and strong. It lasts.
This particular Ford Explorer looks a little bit higher than other Ford Explorers that I've seen. You want to talk us through that?
Yeah. So what I did is first I put bigger tires. Those one are 31 inch. Muddy's one. And I also did a torsion twist lift, which like the suspension on this car work with a torsion bar, and you can tighten it up to bend the lower arm, which increase the height of all the front of the car. And at the back, I did quite of a cheap solution too. I have leaf springs. I just had one leaf to make it stronger, and those things that are shackles, I made one a bit like for the bash plate. I made them handmade and gave me like approximately 1/2 inch of height more. So yeah, I needed to make them handmade because I could not find them anywhere in Australia.
Having had the car when it was stock with normal tyres and low suspension, do you think that your lift and tyres has made a big difference to how capable it is off-road?
Yeah, I think so, because most of the time when I was driving into tracks that were already there and was pretty deep, I would have like hit the ground in the middle of the car. So yeah, it definitely helps. And also the tires I've put are made for that. If I kept the original one that I had, that was highway tires, I would have not done that much. Maybe I could have done few things, but not so confident.
Now, most people who travel Australia will choose one of three ways to travel. They'll either travel in a van and they'll live in the van, they will travel in a car and they will sleep inside the car, or like us, they'll travel in a rooftop tent. Now, which one of those have you chosen and why?
I've picked to sleep inside the car because for me it was just more convenient, as I spent few months of my trip into like big cities. When I arrived in Perth, I stayed in Perth for 4 months, and I needed to be able to sleep in the car without being seen by anyone. And for that, the rooftop tent was not really an option because it's like pretty obvious. So I've picked the bed inside of the car, and that's what it looks like. So it's a pretty big bed. I can like be on of my whole length. It's 190, so it's good enough.
What's even more impressive is in this small space, Nathan is actually living with his girlfriend for
8 months, 9.
So for 9 months, this small space has had 2 people living in it, which is quite impressive.
Yeah, but it looks like it's impressive, but you get used to it really quick, and all the disadvantages of living in a car just fade away when you have all the advantages that came with, like traveling around, waking up every morning in a different place. So that's pros and cons, but good enough.
So I haven't seen this before, but Nathan's got some little shelves, and these shelves all have little LED strips underneath them, so they're quite good for visibility. That's quite cool because these are built into the windows. You've got your ventilation with are these cordless fans?
Yeah, cordless. They do lights and fan.
Light and fan. And then underneath here, I think you've got another cupboard.
Yeah, that's where I store my clothes. It's a bit messy, but it's good enough for me. There's LEDs also inside, so I can see what's going on. And it comes in 2 parts, this one and the other one. On the other part, it's like a tiny crash for inside of the car.
Now, out the back of the car, you've got your gas stove stored under the mattress here.
Yeah.
And then you've got 2 drawers and quite a special table.
Yeah. So first drawer is for Lorian stuff. So Lorian's my girlfriend, so everything here is clothes. Those drawers are 1,300 millimeters long. So they are more deep than what we can see. So there's like more space. This one is for the kitchen stuff, food. So we have food at the bottom, we have food here, that's the kitchen utensils. And I have this super nice wooden plate that comes from IKEA and which fit perfectly on this drawer. And as you can see, it's perfect.
How do you not set fire to your bed when you use the gas cooker?
So the drawers come with a table in it that goes pretty far, that's solid and convenient. So I just put my gas cooker like that up, it holds by itself, and I have on the roof 2 bottles of gas and a hose that comes down here and that I plug here. So it's easy, doesn't like the gas bottle doesn't take any room in the car, which is convenient because it takes a lot of space, and that has been working super well since now.
Now, super importantly, have you got a way of keeping beer cold?
But on this side. So on the side I have the fridge, which fit perfectly into the door frame. I have some beers here, also has the food, it's 30 liters fridge, so it's quite good. And also on the rooftop I have an esky, like 28 liters, which I can put some more beers.
So, as you only have a 30-litre fridge and you don't have a freezer, do you ever find that you don't have enough space for food, or how often do you find you have to do a food shop?
Depends of where I am. Like here on the East Coast, you have a supermarket pretty much everywhere, so I can just like live with 2 days of food, which is enough. When we are crossing the desert in, not really the desert, but the Central Australia, grocery store were a bit more far away each from others. So we used to take 1 week of food, which fits perfectly. I had to take the beer off the fridge to make more place for the like real food and put them in the esky. But it was nice. It was enough,
cool.
Even for 2.
And how are you powering these lights and the fridge? Are you running? I think you've got a solar panel on the roof.
Yep.
We'll get to your roof rack later because it's quite impressive. But you've also got is it DC-DC charger?
Yeah, I have my DC-DC charger that is just here, which I can control every time. I have the AGM battery just here that is linked to all the system. This used to be a battery box, as you can see them at the King store, like Supercenter. It was too big for me, so I just took everything off the battery box and I put it in a small box that I did myself. I also have that thing to control if everything is alright, and a small air compressor to inflate my tires after off-road. Yeah, that's it. So I have few USB ports here, some more just here, some more at the back, and some more just up the fridge. So I have electricity everywhere. I can plug my phone, everything, which is pretty convenient because I also have a video projector and a white sheet, and we can just play Mario Kart and everything like anywhere.
That's
which
pretty
is
cool. I can't help but notice you have quite an impressive roof rack setup. There's quite a lot going on up there. So should we start off with these fellas with the scary teeth?
Yeah, it's just like kind of a private joke. I had one because I thought it was just nice, and I love their little teeth. They're scary. People look at them often at the red light. So I had one, and then for my birthday my friends gave me some more, so I just put them all here, and I like them. It makes people talk.
And you've got some kind of strange pipe contraption.
Yeah, people often tell me, ask me if it's to collect the rain water, which is not. It's actually a tank, so it's made of PVC pipe. I did it myself too. It's all the way in a steep pant. So here I have a hose that give me water for like showering, doing the dishes, and could be drinkable too, but I did not because I have like drinkable water. It's up to 32 liters and it works just fine, and it takes the heat also, so when it's a sunny day like today, the water can be hot for the shower.
Cool. And then you've got 2 gas bottles up there.
Yeah.
I think I see. I know we only have one, so you keep 2 up there at all times. Is that right?
Yeah, because as you can see, the right one is empty right now, but I have the left one to be able to keep cooking while I found something to refill the second one. So it's always nice to have 2, so you never end up having no gas to cook in the middle of your meal.
And then further on around here, we've got a small shovel. Is that used for digging yourself out of holes, or has it got a better use?
So I bought it to taking me out of a bad situation while off-roading, but I've never been to a big situation, so I never really needed it, but it's always convenient to have one. I also have max tracks that I mostly use to save people, not myself, but it's always convenient to have one.
And then we've got a couple of, are these King's storage boxes?
Yeah.
So a couple of King's storage boxes. What do you keep in these? Is it just like...
It's pretty convenient. First, those ones are really cheap, so I highly recommend them. This one is just for the dirty clothes, because I don't want them to stink inside the car. That's my toolbox, and that's just a mess box where I put things that I don't use super often.
And we've got a couple of, how many litres of spare fuel there?
20.
20 litres.
I had more before, but I never used more than that, so I get rid of one. I kept only 20, and it's enough.
And then we've got a fishing rod rigged up, ready to go, with quite a cool bracket actually that I haven't seen before.
So it's convenient. You can just open it and take the fishing rod out. When it's in that position, it cannot go out, so it's perfect. So it doesn't move everywhere. It's quite good. I also have my snorkeling gear up there. And what else? That's it. Chair and two chairs and one table.
And then a solar panel up there as well.
Oh yeah, of course.
And how many watts is that?
I don't even remember. I think it's 110.
And how long can you be parked up in the sun and have power for without driving?
I say if I'm like in the perfect sun, my car parked in the good direction, it could make the fridge turn in like without stop forever, pretty much. If I don't use much, if I don't use too much the light, if I don't recharge all my computers, everything, I think the solar panel itself can self provide all the car. But I've never been too much in a situation because I always drive a bit, and yeah, if there is no sun and the battery is full because I've driven, it holds like maybe 3 days.
And then what do you use communication wise? Do you recommend, because a lot of people have the big UHFs on the front, do you think you need one of those, or have you got something else you use?
I got the handheld one, which is a GME 5 watt. 5 watt is, I recommend 5 watt. 2 watt would be a bit not enough. The communication won't go as far as this one. The battery holds well. I picked this one because first it was second hand, so not super expensive, and also because the one that is included like on the car, it's better in the car, but you cannot take them out, and this one is useful if you work like in construction or in a farm. You must be able to have one to use for your work and not just to stay in the car.
So you'd definitely recommend, if you were going to go traveling Australia, what would be one of the first things that you buy for your car as like an accessory? Would you recommend tires first, or would you recommend a radio or something else?
Depends of what car you want to go and how it's equipped at first when you buy it, but I'd say probably good tires. If you want to do some off-road thing, at least alternate tires. And I'd say a bull bar. I never had to use it. If your car doesn't have one, you may need one, because you can cross a lot of kangaroos and emus and horses, wild cows on the road, and it will like getting your trip to end really quick.
So other than recovery gear, if you have a flat tire or a breakdown in the bush and there's not many other people around, do you carry much to get you out of trouble? I assume you have a jack and are able to change the tire with the tools?
Yeah, I have a jack, I have everything that I need to change a tire. I have a spare one like just below my trunk. But other than that, I don't carry much. I have like basic tools to just like maybe try to do something, but I'm not sure I will be able to like really fix if it's like a big issue. And I either don't have any insurance that would like give me a tow, so I just cross my finger. But that's why I always take care of the car, so I reduce the risk of a breakdown happening. So that's the way I see the thing. I take care of the car so it doesn't break down and I don't have to fix it.
So you're servicing it regularly?
Yeah, every 10,000. Sometimes I do it myself, sometimes I send it to the mechanic if I have other things to do. I had to change the wheel bearing not far ago, so I asked him to do a service too. But yeah, like
so
well maintained.
it's a pretty cool car, and it's done you well for the last 18 months, so it's pretty cool to see. But thank you very much for that, Nathan. And
You're welcome.
hopefully we'll get some more of your driving on the channel soon.
Yeah.
Make sure you not only subscribe to my channel, but I'll put Nathan's Instagram somewhere on the screen.
Yep.
And you can follow his travels too.